Sunday and find out that he got arrested for DWI.
But you know what was a bigger shocker to me?
What?
That the Knicks actually traded for point guard Raymond Felton. I could not believe that.
Yeah, that shocked a lot of Knicks fans.
No more Jalen, baby. No more Jalen.
Yeah, that was pretty much a direct sign that the New York Knicks were not going to be willing to match the Houston Rockets offer sheet at 3 years, $25 million. The biggest problem and the main reason Knicks aren't doing it is because of the final year of the 3-year deal. First 2 years are each for $5 million. It's that last year that is worth a whopping $14.8 million. And pretty much what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that where the Knicks would pretty much be in salary cap.
Yeah, pretty much in salary cap mode. They would put them so over the cap.
Ridiculously over the cap.
$5 million for the first 2 years, and then CP3 money in the third? $15 million for Jeremy. I can only play 25 to 30 games. Lin.
And
Houston, you're crazy. Crazy.
Well, like we've touched on numerous times when it comes down to,
Oh my. Pixel there.
I see what Pixel's doing.
I get that, Pixel.
Some teams might be willing to do that too. That's actually not a bad.
That's not a terrible idea.
Bad idea. If the Knicks want to milk, get him for the cheap deal for the first year or two, and then trade him off before he's owed the massive amount of money.
But here's the question: what if he sucks this year, sucks next year, and he's worth $15 million bucks, and nobody wants him?
That would be the most royalist bend over and take it moment.
Why? Because first off, why would the Knicks sign him and then have 4 point guards on the team? That to me makes absolutely no sense. What team wants 4 point guards?
I don't know. Not many at all. And you know what though? That's actually. I like that thought of it for the simple fact that the Knicks know the value outside of the NBA.
Pixel was right in that they had 4 point guards last year. Who are their 4 point guards?
Mike Bibby, Tony Douglas, Jeremy Lin, and help me out here, Pixel.
Shumpert's a 2.
Shumpert's a 2. Mike Bibby. Pixel. I was going to say Pixel was point guard for the New York Knicks. Mike Bibby, Jeremy Lin, Tony Douglas. Who am I forgetting here, Pixel Junkie? Who am I forgetting?
J.R. Smith is not a point guard.
Yeah, J.R. Smith's a 2 guard. J.R. Smith's a 2 guard.
Him and Shumpert are 2s.
Shumpert's a 2 guard.
No team in the right mind wants 4 point guards. That's just silly. I'm sorry. It is.
It's a little heavy at the point guard position.
You don't need 4 point guards.
I think some people consider Jalen a dual guard. So I guess you could if they're going to justify like that, they can justify like that, saying, well, we'll also play Jalen at the 2.
Knicks fans, are you going to be upset that Jalen is not going to be in Knicks? 201-430-2119. I think it's a good move by the Knicks. I don't think Jalen is a big superstar. I really don't. Especially in a Woodson type of offense where he showed that Melo's the man. Melo needs the rock, and it's an ISO type of offense. Jalen succeeded very well in a D'Antoni type system where he has to hold the rock, but I don't see him performing very well in a Woodson type season. In a Woodson type type system. I really don't. If you're Houston and you're trying to do this from a marketing standpoint, then good for you. You got that China background when you had Yao Ming, and maybe you're trying to.
Apparently,
maybe you're trying
Yao
to do this
Ming's
for Dwight Howard.
Was helping with the recruiting of Jeremy Lin, but to me, it sounds like you didn't need to recruit Jeremy Lin. It sounded like you just needed to offer him the most amount of money.
Well, and I can understand why Houston would overpay for him. They have all this cap room. They have to spend the money some way, somehow. Right? Might as well go out and try and get some sort of either trade bait or a persuasion to bring Dwight Howard to Houston and say, hey, we got Jeremy Lin. Look what he did last year with the pick and roll. Look what he did with Amare. Look at what he did. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh man, that was good. Well, you know what? I'm bothered by a bunch of different things that I've read about Jeremy Lin since all this started.
Like what?
Let's see. We hear that he apparently last year was okay to play. He was 85%, but decided not to play last season while recovering from his knee surgery while the Knicks were struggling because he didn't want to jeopardize his soon-to-come payday, which means he wasn't willing to go out there and play because he didn't want to hurt his chances of maybe getting a better contract, which is pretty sad to me considering the fact that all you had to do is go out there and play. Dude, no matter how he played, people's opinion of him wouldn't have changed. If he didn't play that good, people would have been like, oh, he wasn't ready to come back and play. If he played really well, people would have been like, oh my God, he's such a tough guy. How could he manage to come back from an injury so quickly after surgery? Like, he had a win-win situation if he went out and played. In my opinion, he did.
80. They were saying that he was 85%, and that's why he wasn't coming back. He wasn't 100%. But I got a question, Dave. Game 5 of the playoffs, you're down 3-1. If the game does not matter, why play Carmelo Anthony? Why play Tyson Chandler? What if they got hurt in Game 5? Guess what? Game 5 matters.
Every game matters.
Every game matters. It's the playoffs. He should have came back and played.
I completely agree. Man up. Put on the shorts, put on the sneakers, get
Let's
out
go.
on the
Even
court
if
and
it's
rock.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Exactly. You couldn't give 10, 15 minutes.
Let's go.
I actually wrote down a quote by Stephen A. Smith. And I had to give him credit for it because I love the quote. And I just wanted to read it to you guys real quick. So this is word for word from an article Stephen A. Smith wrote. I read the whole thing. This paragraph stuck out, or this couple sentences stuck out to me hardcore. So, Stephen A. Smith, to be clear, Lin wasn't wrong about this at all. For a point guard with a streaky jump shot, a limited left hand, who's turnover prone and eons away from being a capable defender, he should be called an astute businessman right now with the deal he swindled out of the Rockets. Love that. Love that. Stephen A. Smith telling it how it is. Look, man, the guy has a lot of potential and a lot of upside if you're an owner of a team when it comes down to his marketing. When it comes down to him on a basketball court, as me and Joey have pointed out numerous times, he's only played in 35 NBA games.
That's it.
That's it. Not even half of a season. Okay? He got hot, he played good under pressure, and he showed people that he has the potential to make it in the league. He didn't show anybody that he's going to be a superstar.
No.
He didn't show anybody that he's going to dominate the NBA for the next 10 years. What he did show you more than anything was that he will help make your team a boatload of money.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
That's the main thing he showed you. You know, I actually like your idea because as an owner, you're making your fans happy by bringing Jeremy Lin back, and then in a long term, you don't screw yourself and you just trade him away. But like Joey pointed out, all you need is for this guy to suck and be bad, and then you are stuck.
Then you're stuck with him.
And then you're paying him $15 million for nothing. Because if he's not good, the market out there is gone. Nobody's going to care.
Yes and no. For some oddball reason in the NBA, and I don't understand this, people covet people on their last contract. No matter how bad of a contract it is, people covet that because that means cap room space after the season. So no matter what, it seems like you could trade anybody in the NBA for any ridiculous amount of money because people covet that last year of clearing the cap space.
This is true. A lot of teams are very excited. Are more than willing to take
on money.
Dead contracts, pretty much.
Yeah.
1 year left, and then it's over and done with. So it's not a bad idea, but you could end up getting really, really screwed. Because I don't know, $15 million for a guy that's not, because that's the thing. If he really sucks, if he really, really falls off and cannot do anything, well, then Jeremy Lin is nothing but a guy on your roster. If he's not good, the Asian market's not going to care about him anymore. If he's not good, the American market's not going to care about him anymore. So you're taking a very big risk for a big reward or a big fail.
It's one or the other.
It's extreme either which way. And you got to figure out which one is better for your team.
And now I think if the Brooklyn Nets actually got Dwight Howard and had that fearsome four, I could actually see the Knicks signing Jalen to kind of compete with the Nets and trying to keep the whole Linsanity thing going.
Well, yeah, the last thing you, as a Knicks fan or a Knicks owner or a representative, that you want is the Nets to be the talk of the town instead of you.
So, therefore, if you were to keep Lin, it's still a little bit talk of the town to get the Linsanity and everything like that. But good for the Knicks. I don't think he's worth that contract. So, good riddance.
Good riddance.